has never won it. But that doesn't matter in the slightest. They start at 0-0. They have to count down, both of them, from 5:01 and finish on a double over 21 legs. The story has yet to be told, and to tell it, two of our very finest as well, Chris Mason and John Rawling.
Thank you very much, Ned. Rob Cross has looked as good in this tournament as he has for some time. In a major televised final once again. And that's his route to the final, including a very competent win in the semi against Johnny Clayton, a match which many thought would be a really close one, eventually running out the 11-7 winner. Michael van Gerwen, well, his last defeat in a big final to Cross was in the 2021 European Championship. Rob Cross took it 11-8. He won with a 94 average. Michael van Gerwen, in career records though, 23 wins to 5 ahead of Cross. 3-2 though in the last 5, but 2-0 this year, Chris.
Yeah, and what you mentioned there about as good as you've seen Rob Cross, that 104+ average en route to this final is his highest TV average in a ranking tournament since 2018.
First flag are up to throw first.
As you see, Rob Cross with the darts. Michael van Gerwen's taken the Premier League, the World Match Play and the World Grand Prix this season, this year.
42.
Is he now going to add for a 7th time the World Series?
Well, they're head-to-head overall, 23-5 in advantage
45.
to Van Gerwen, but in their last 5 matches, it's only 3-2 to Michael. The 2022 head-to-head, as you said, reads 2-0 to MVG.
German Darts Championship, Van Gerwen won 6-3 with a 103.68 average, and in the German Darts Championship he won 8-5 with a 104 average. So signs certainly this year that MVG is getting back to his best. But Rob Cross has looked really solid this week, relaxed, focused and right with it, and with genuine self-belief from visits like that.
He is more than up for this one, and he will need to be, because MVG's performance against Luke Humphries at times was spellbinding, wasn't it?
Oh, terrific. 139 then for the opening leg. Can't be done now, so Van Gerwen will come back with the opportunity of a show-stopping 160. That's just low.
95. Rob, you require 40.
Tops.
More about this after Rob Cross finds a 13-dart hole, but these two have been involved in some seriously memorable meetings, probably no more so than their very first meeting, where MVG at 19 perfect darts, his final dart in a scoring phase visit was treble 19. He followed that up with treble 20, treble 20, treble 19 for a 177, and then took 170 out, then hit a 9-darter, and then started the next leg with a 177. 19 consecutive perfect darts.
That was in the UK Open of 2016,
58.
where Rob Cross had got in as an amateur qualifier.
Yeah,
in the 4th round, and MVG won, what was it, 9-5.
Yeah, it was incredible, and that was our first real look at this man. And then, of course, he went on to win the Worlds, where en route was 97. That World Championship semi-final in 2017, which was, well, it was an absolute classic, Cross winning 6-5 in the end.
99.
Gerwen had to average over 102. Cross also with a 100+ average, and it was one of those classics, wasn't it?
It was incredible.
Lovely to think we could have another one which we could look back after tonight as a classic.
Well, all the ingredients, both players are in fine
60.
form.
This is Michael van Gerwen's 53rd televised major final, of which he's won 43. It's quite a record.
Some strike rate, isn't it? This could be his 148th tournament victory.
97.
Ranked
Michael,
and
you require
unranked.
We'll promise not to just blind you with statistics all the way through, but when you look at this guy and when you hear about his wonderful
56.
record over the years, it's impossible not to be
require
kind of blown away by the
136.
numbers. But anyway, 136, this, the current number, this is for a break of throw.
$58. Michael, you require 88.
88 to equal up the match. Double 14. Oh, here.
72.
A mistake, a
Robbie
rare one.
requires 78.
Well, this is a great opportunity for an early strike for Rob Cross. Yeah, double 12 now, 2 darts in hand. A crowd favourite, Rob, tonight. No,
66.
can't tuck it away, and he knows that's a big
Michael, you
one that's got
require
away.
16.
Especially after hitting the 54.
Games from the second leg. Michael van Gerwen. Third leg up to throw first. Game on.
So 1-1.
2 holes of throw, but it's only 2 different types of legs.
58.
It was a 13 dart hole in leg 1. That was a rare one for MVG. That was a 21 dart hole to throw.
177.
That's as good as a maximum. First to 11. A reminder, the distance for this. A great riposte. Van Gerwen was quoted as the favourite for this at 7-2 on. That's his first maximum.
And his first opportunity in the final for a 9. 2 treble 20s and double 12.
133. Michael, you require 144.
That's one of them. That's 2 of them. And that's the maximum! Michael van Gerwen finds perfection. Rob Cross applauds and says well done and leads the crowd in their celebration. Sheer brilliance.
Never in doubt.
140.
What a treat for the 5,000 fans in here.
That's his 8th 9-darter in a televised event.
134.
And that's his 2nd as well on this stage against Rob Cross.
140.
Wow.
The adrenaline must be absolutely, I don't care how many times you do it, it still feels absolutely
43.
unbelievable, especially in front of a crowd like this. So many occasions
80.
we've been 6 and 7 deep.
Yeah, you've had a feeling that it's been coming this weekend, and how about it coming in the final? What a great thing to witness here in Minehead.
96. Michael, you require 141.
141.
89.
I don't think there's been, sorry, I don't think there's been another player that's hit so many different types of 9 in terms of the combination shots. Traditionally, of course, it's just the 2 180s and the 141.
Michael, you require 52.
Well, both of them have had 12 darts to this point in this leg. Double 16 now, Van Gerwen for 3-1.
Games from the
Indeed.
fourth leg. Michael
2
van
out of
Gerwen.
5.
Fifth leg up,
And
two
Cross
for first.
needs
Game
to
on.
strike back.
He kept winning in 3-leg spells against Luke
134.
Humphries. Well, he's just produced 3 on the spin here.
And he's away again.
177. 134.
Superb visit again from Cross, who keeps his nose ahead, but Van Gerwen's in the mood. Is he ever?
Oh, he should have gone the treble 18 for 174 and then done it on 3 balls.
You wouldn't necessarily say it wasn't possible the way he's throwing right at this moment.
95.
You certainly wouldn't put it past him.
A spellbinding setup once more. He's on for a 10-darter. Double 8 for a 10-darter.
A 9 and a 10 in the same session.
98.
Outrageous.
This is for 4-1, double 8. Double 4. Well, he has to settle for a 12-darter. But boom, he says. And he knows that he's firing, knows that he's had a brilliant first little session there, and leaves the stage leading Rob Cross 4-1. That Michael van Gerwen simply loves it on this stage here at Minehead, and what a way to find a 9-darter when it really matters, and find a break of throw and really seize control of this. He leads at the break 4-1, and Rob Cross must wonder what hit him, Chris.
Well, he's averaging nearly 105 and got absolutely blitzed in that session. 4-1. 107.65 the average for MVG. All started 13-dart hold for Rob Cross, and that's as good as it got. There's a 21-dart hold in leg 2, and then we have that wonderful 177, 180, 144 for the 9, followed by a 14, followed by a 12, which could have been a 10.
To say he's playing well would be a rather significant understatement. Absolutely flying and averaging nearly 109 at this point.
It doesn't quite do it justice.
134.
Rob Cross keeps on hitting big numbers himself, and while he does that, he gives himself a chance of the bounce back. Only 93. Needs for one of the players to just lose their sense of brilliance that they've achieved at the moment, and things can change quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Rob Cross is playing at a high enough level. We've seen it throughout this tournament, but he does have gears. But it would need a bit of a collapse from MVG, because he is irresistible right now.
9 darts down to 100. Another quick fire leg may be coming up here, but there's another maximum for Cross. That's his 3rd so far, against 1 for Van Gerwen. Tops. Double 10.
90. Rob, you require 127.
Oh yes. Treble 17 or single 17 to leave the bullseye, is it?
102. Michael, you require 10.
Double 1. Important dart. And he puts it away.
Michael van Gerwen.
He is so up for it.
1 dart at the ball.
Game on.
For Rob Cross to get a very important break, but he's just getting scraps.
108.
Maximum number 4.
140.
Oh, surely we're not going to see another. Maybe we are.
We may see one, the traditional route. I wonder if he'll go the John Lowe way, because he likes to start on
84.
quite obscure trebles. He may go 51, 54, 36. Oh, he's looking up. Oh no, hang on.
No, not there. Rubbish, he says.
55.
Wasn't too rubbish.
Wish I was that rubbish.
100. Rob, you require 86.
86 for a hold.
And an 11 dart hold.
Yes, double 16 now.
70.
But he'll be back. Van Gerwen's not on a finish.
Yeah, fortunately, back on 177.
119.
Not for
Robbie
long.
requires 16.
So double 8 for a much needed leg for Rob Cross. Likes it in that part of the board, doesn't he? 18s, 4s up there, and slots it away for 5-2.
180.
Another maximum.
Running out of superlatives for this one, John. 107.07 Cross, 109.1 Van Gerwen.
44.
This truly is something special.
And the crowd is just loving it. 5,000, most of them get to their feet and worship.
Wow.
He's had one 9-darter. If you're just joining us, where on earth have you been? Van Gerwen set up maybe for another. No.
125.
Brilliant setup. And a 10-darter beckons.
$43. Michael, you require 16. Games from the 8th
11.
leg.
Breathtaking. His average drops just below 110. He leads 6-2.
Game on.
Absolutely staggering. That's a 9th 180 in the match.
57.
And we've had two 177s and a 171.
So it's kind of the equivalent of, what are we talking? It's kind of
58.
the equivalent of 12 180s we've had. And we're only in the 9th leg.
And the numbers stratospheric.
58.
The man by my side, good enough to have been a very high-rated darts player himself. Not so far back, almost slack-jawed in admiration.
It is. It's just staggering to see this great sport played at such a ridiculous level and made to look so easy.
Rob, you require 129.
Cross 129 for 6-3. Great first dart. He was looking for treble 16 there.
113.
I feel sorry for all those people getting dartboards for Christmas thinking it's easy. You're in for a shock.
134. Rob, you require 16.
Double 8 for 6-3. 12 darts to here. And out he goes. First one was good marker. And narrows the gap. He's just trying to hang on in there and hope Van Gerwen goes off the boil on his throw. Not much sign of it with those two darts. Make that
3.
Well, we had that 121 dart leg in leg 2. The rest of it has just been
58.
I keep looking at my notes thinking I'm writing the wrong numbers down.
Well, here we go again. 6 perfect darts for the 3rd time. Once he's gone on to make it 9. And Rob Cross again almost leads the applause.
Yeah, there was just a smile across his face. He will know he's playing out of his skin.
No, just low.
96.
He wants another. Greedy man.
Cross is in a different parish right now.
Must feel like he's on a different planet.
93. Michael, you require 45.
Well, a potential 11 darter. Double 16 now. Double 8.
Game
Make
from
that
the
12.
10th leg. Michael Van
7-3. He is in command, playing magnificently, averaging more than 109 against Rob Cross's 103. And Michael Van Gerwen at the 2nd break only needs another 4 legs. He leads 7-3.
0.2.
59.
Rob Cross himself is throwing averaging 102 and not playing bad darts, but Van Gerwen has just been sublime.
46.
Well, he's just been getting bits. Rob Cross's 3 winning legs, 13, 14 and 14. He himself is at 6 180s. Make that 7.
180.
Best we've seen Rob Cross play in a major
60.
championship for quite some time.
Both of these going in to next month's Worlds will be
92.
a big danger to the field, and that's why.
98. Rob, you require
Rob on
170.
It's the only thing we've not had.
Yet.
One of these will oblige.
12 darts down to 90.
180.
That's a 6th maximum for Van Gerwen.
90.
13 in 10 and a bit legs.
Oh, another one needed for a brilliant check out.
Game from the 11th leg. Rob Cross.
Double check out. Rob Cross isn't done yet.
81.
That's 16 scores, 171 or more in 11 legs of darts.
140. 58.
Is there just a little bit of a chink in the armour here?
Well, he's stolen the darts in this leg. Break here would just put him 2 away from MVG.
81.
It's just the one that wasn't possibly set in the hand right.
100. 100.
Cross keeping his nose ahead. Not on a finish yet, though.
44.
Van Gerwen again, he's just taken his eye off the ball a little bit. Just lost his range.
We see that from him a lot nowadays. He just seems to lose a bit of focus.
140.
Tops after 12.
Yeah, he's where he wants to be.
58.
So for 7-5, tops.
Rob, you require 40.
Use the first one as a good marker.
Rob Cross.
14-dart leg, and it's 7-5 and a break of throw.
Rob's first break of the Michael van Gerwen throw. The averages are beginning to close together. 104.27 MVG, 103.11 cross.
Well, Van Gerwen's definitely having a little blip in his progress.
Just gone off the boil.
And Cross has got to capitalise, and he knows it.
Yeah, if you can try and back him up, you've got to keep him backed up.
That's the way to do it.
Everything looks smooth enough there.
40.
Is he feeling the heat?
Psychologically or literally, could be both.
93.
Sometimes you can,
very ordinary visit.
Sometimes you can just lose the timing of it. And that appears to be the problem. He needs to bother with the 18s there. And there's 8 of them. Has to come off sometime, though.
Van Gerwen a long way back, though.
Well, he can't even leave a finish with a max.
47. Rob, you require 100.
That's the dart he wanted for tops. Hanging around, 15 darts thrown.
If he gets the trouble, he may go. No. He may go ball. The 25 would leave 170.
Rob, you require 10.
I need to get this.
Game shot the 15th leg. Rob Cross, 14th leg, Michael at
7-6. Cross is coming back.
3 on the spin. The former world champion
82.
against the former 3-time world champion
and 6 times winner of this trophy.
Yep.
100.
A run dating back to 2013, last won it in 2020.
He had that amazing spell, didn't he, of victories here at the Players' Championship finals.
The crowd starting to believe in Rob.
So are we. Here is the session by session averages.
97.
Legs 1 to 5. Look at that, legs 6 to 10 from MVG, 110.9. He was literally unplayable.
But he's fallen apart since then, while the power is coming from Rob Cross. Another maximum, that's his 10th. He's averaging nearly 105. Van Gerwen just over the ton.
98.
This to equal up, and another break of throw.
11 dart possibility.
That's a bit of a blocker. Doesn't like that.
25. Michael, you
clipping the
require
outside and the inside wire. Hello.
We've had the lot tonight. That's the first 170. And what a way to do it. Cross looked as though he was poised for a break to get right back in. And once again, all he can do in the face of that sort of brilliance is applaud. Wow. Just superb. And Michael was loving every moment.
And acknowledged and applauded by his opponent.
140.
Michael van Gerwen's produced the weekend's first 9-darter, now the weekend's first 170. We're going to go and lie down in a darkened room at the end of this leg and have a little break, go and recover.
This is just absolutely brilliant.
190!
An exhibition of darts at the highest level.
I really hope you're enjoying this as much as Chris and I are.
And as much as these 5,000 fans. They are genuinely captivated by this performance from both these players. What a great advert for our sport.
58.
Poor visit from Van Gerwen, so cross 126. Might have saved that. Van Gerwen's just had a 170, so 164 is a distinct possibility. Needed treble 19 for a bullseye, couldn't find it.
98. Michael, you require 164.
He might as well, I suppose. No. He'll stay there.
94.
Double 14, Rob Cross for 8-7. Needs it now. Not sure which way to go, coming from the left in the end.
14.
Yeah, he had kind of blockers, weren't they?
He could only aim at the bottom section of the double. And still had to move.
20 for double 16, this is for a break. And that is a massive moment in the match. Halts the comeback of Rob Cross when it really hurts just before the break. And they'll leave the stage with Van Gerwen 2 away. Rob Cross throwing really well, but Van Gerwen now 3 legs clear. He leads 9-6. Terrific throwing. He had a 9-darter, and then on 170, Michael Van Gerwen in the 14th leg found that. When he's in this sort of form, Chris Mason, he is well nigh irresistible.
Yeah, it's just unplayable. Rob Cross has thrown the kitchen sink at him. He's just missed the odd double here and there, and every time he has made a mistake, he has been punished.
Rob Cross has thrown 11 180s. He's averaging over 103. And he's 9-6 down with his opponent 2 legs away from a win and his 7th Players' Championship title.
Rob Cross on 29 scores of a ton or more. The only one stat in there, John, which is something he won't be pleased about, but look at those scores from both.
81.
But the finishing tells its own story.
74.
He's actually had 2 more darts at a double in this match than Michael Van Gerwen. Michael Van Gerwen, 47%, 9 from 19, just 6 from 21 for Cross.
100.
And that has been his Achilles heel, and it's just the odd dart here or there.
Well, Cross will keep pegging away,
96.
hoping that he can nip in and maybe get a break. This is the time he needs to do it. He's outscored in terms of average, Michael Van Gerwen.
Right, it's 3 more 180s, 6 fewer 140s, but
100.
5 more scores of between a, well, 6 more scores of between a ton and 139. So it's pretty much balanced itself out.
89.
Hence the similarity in attempts at double.
What Cross a give for a ton 80 here. Has to accept 100.
Michael, you require 142.
For 10-6.
Tops.
Wow, again. He is just superb tonight. We've seen some of the very best of Michael Van Gerwen.
59.
This has been a top draw performance, and just what he needs. It's just the tonic he needs going in to this year's World Championship.
97.
Already taken the Premier League, the World Match Play, the World Grand Prix, Michael van Gerwen, in 2022. Now adding another televised title, maybe just one leg away.
58.
Surely he's not going to surrender this now. And he'll be heading towards Ali Pali, thinking, I'm the man to beat.
Well, we've heard it from him often, haven't we, in interviews, when the subject is brought up about who is the official ranked world #1. He always makes a statement that, well, he says, they all know I'm still the best.
100.
Well, it's hard to argue with what we've seen so far this evening.
He's been terrific, absolutely superb. And there again, brilliant cover shots.
Well, it takes two to tango, and Rob Cross has played his part in what has been, like I've said before, an absolute exhibition of arrows.
93. Michael, you require 130.
We wondered if we were going to have an epic confrontation. It's turned out to be of the very,
42.
very best level. And van Gerwen closing in now. One more visit might be enough.
$105.
5,000 people standing up and celebrating these two players. Van Gerwen, 88 needed. Well, he needed treble 19 for double 8, and he's just made an error there with the winning line in sight, giving Cross another chance, Chris.
Yep.
50. Rob, you require 86.
I think that was a bit of a miscount there from Michael. Single 18 ball. Oh dear, chased the treble, paid the price.
29.
38, Michael van Gerwen. This is for the match.
He doesn't mind it down here.
Gone for double 16. Decided to split it. And now he takes it. Michael van Gerwen is the champion once again. Here in Minehead, at times he has been just wonderful. A 9-darter, an average close to 100. Just slipped a little bit in the closing stages. But my, wasn't that good to see, Chris?
Yeah, it was unbelievable from start to finish from both. Rob Cross with an average of 100.33 in defeat. And he will take plenty from this year's Players' Championship finals going into the biggest month of the year, John.
We've had some simply superb darts right the way through the weekend. And the way they've played, you can only conclude that the cream has sort of come to the top and the best man of the weekend has triumphed.
Yeah, lovely to see as well, Rob Cross and Michael just exchanging a few words there, and all complimentary, of course. Just saying it, you were just unplayable.
To be resumed in North London, here's John McDonald.
Amazing days, you deserved an incredible final, and you got one. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet our presentation party. Would you please welcome, on behalf of Butlins Resort and General Manager, Mr. Craig Goodwin, and on behalf of the Professional Darts Corporation, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the Marketing and Partnership Manager for the PDC, Mr. Jimmy Anderson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a runner-up, receiving £50,000 in the silver salver, and it goes to Voltage, Rob Cross.
Rob, come in here, Rob. Rob, come out. Rob, an astonishing final. Michael was going berserk for the first half of it. Somehow you stuck in there, and you very nearly turned that around in the middle portion of the game.
Yeah, I started to sort of like get back into it, and you know, when you play Mike, and I'm going to use his word now, phenomenal, and that's what he was. You know, he was, yeah, just different gravy there at the start and throughout. Once I started to find my feet, started finding a few 180s, it could have been a little bit different, but missed chances, missed doubles and stuff. But what I would like to say, thank you, Ned, for hosting me for this week. You've been amazing for me, main stage all week, and that's what it's all about, you know, great entertainment. I'm glad he hit the 9 for you. I'm not so glad for myself, but it's all about them, you know, on Michael's night.
When Michael van Gerwen is in full flow, it's a 9-darter and a 170 finish against you. I mean, you must have been getting flashbacks to when you played him at the UK Open a few years ago.
100%. I think the only thing what stops this boy is a lump of 4B2, but no one wants to do that, obviously. But nah, look, he's phenomenal, and like I said, he's back on song, you know.
He is back on song, but this year you've been back on song as well. The floor tournaments, the Euro Tour, absolutely brilliant, and you're going into the World Championship having played some of your best darts on TV for a long while this weekend.
I forgot I had it up until this weekend. Nah, do you know, I've really enjoyed this weekend. I've had sort of like say thank you to my family for coming, Rabbi and Johnny and Josh. And to be fair, they've always been behind me. So look, they're positives to take, move on, and then try and steal that World Championship off him.
Loads of positives. You have played your part in a magnificent final. Ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up, Voltage, Rob Cross.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for as we crown our winner, receiving the magnificent trophy, £100,000. And ladies and gentlemen, for the 7th time in his career, we crown him the Kazoo Players Champion, the one, the only, MVG Mighty, Michael van Gerwen.
Michael, you've been in so many finals, you've won so many titles, but that was a special game of darts, wasn't it?
Of course this was a special game of darts, but I think we both played well, and we had to dig really deep, both of us, and then you're trying something special, and you keep digging, you keep working harder. I managed to hit a 9-darter, a 170 finish when it had to matter, but overall I think Rob Cross played a phenomenal game, and I think the game had everything. I know I'm capable of a lot more, but you also have to be realistic. And I think to win this trophy again for the 7th time, it means a lot to me. And don't get me wrong, the crowd's been absolutely phenomenal this week. So what else can I say? And I'm gonna say a little thing. My daughter, she might be still up, but she was watching every game of me. Said, "Daddy, are you coming home with a big trophy again?" I said, I don't know. I'm trying to. So I said to her, if I win the trophy again, it's going to be yours. So that's why I want to win it. And yeah.
I can tell that means a lot. You won the match play, the Premier League. You've been winning more titles than anyone this year. But it's really clear that hunger to win, this means a lot.
Yeah, man. People don't know me. People, they always want to say something, but I'm here to win tournaments, and I love winning. I love performing on the stage. And then to produce something extra, something special in a final like this, it gives me a lot of energy. And of course I had to work hard, because I think Rob played a phenomenal game, but still you want to do what you like the most, and then to win this means a lot.
7 times in 10 years you've been crowned Players Champion, and often when you've done well here, it's boded well for Ali Pali and the World Championship, and you must be going there feeling with as good a chance as ever as winning the title.
If people want to beat me, they have to play well. If I play my game, they cannot beat me, and they know it. But I have to show what I can. Whoever it is, Gerwen, Price, Peter, White, whoever, I want to show what I can. And I'm there. I did my thing this year. I won a lot of tournaments. And now I have to show it also in the World Championship. That's what it is.
That is what it is, and you've shown everybody here. You've provided a 9-darter, a 170 checkout, and once again, the Players' Champion, mighty Michael van Gerwen!
Well, Chris Mason, what have we just seen? In all sorts of ways, it's hard to know where to begin. Let's start with what we've just seen. An emotional Michael van Gerwen, the likes of which I can't remember seeing, tears in his eyes, paying tribute to his daughter Zoe at home. He's not a kid anymore, he's a grown man, he's a multiple champion, and there's a depth to him, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, that's his 148th career title, ranked and non-ranked, and you would think he was maybe getting a little bit bored of winning, but the emotion is there for everybody to see. It means so much to him, and he is changed since he, you know, got married and has got a lovely family. You know, it's a different type of Michael van Gerwen, and he does get emotional when he talks about them, and you know, he literally is a winning machine, and he loves to win, and now he has another reason to win, and I think that's where the emotion comes from. But absolute credit, it takes two to tango, and those two, I mean, Michael had a wonderful dance partner in that match, and it brought the best out of Michael, a version of Michael which, you know, we don't see as frequently as we used to. And like I said, that may be down to priorities changing, and maybe, you know, it's not that it doesn't mean as much, because we've just seen an example of how much it truly means to him. But credit to both players. That was one of the greatest adverts for our sport you can see. You know, it had absolutely everything. Every box was ticked in that final.
It did, didn't it? In so many ways, because actually, the strange thing is, if you were just to look at the statistics of that match now, just that detail, you would think, well, that was a decent final. What's so remarkable about that? But that tells like 1% of the story.
Yeah,
both those players contributed to an extraordinary narrative. Yeah,
it was just the nature and the speed, the tempo of it, and the way in which it was done, and the fact that Michael, you know, kept teasing us, and then went on to go back-to-back 180s on another two occasions. And like I say, I mean, 11 180s for Rob Cross in the final, an average of 100.33, and he was beaten 11-6. The scoreline, in fact, is very, very flattering. But that's what Michael does at his best. And when someone keeps punishing you, you will then tend to keep missing doubles, because you know in the back of your mind, and you say to yourself, please don't miss.
Yes.
Please don't. And what do? You miss.
I mean, the reason we love this sport is not because of the sport, it's because of the people and the characters that we understand and that we get to know. And it's very tempting, isn't it, for good reason, to compare Michael van Gerwen's growing, continuing legacy with the great Phil Taylor. Taylor, throughout his years of dominance, never did this. He never came back from a couple of scratchy years to rebuild, to find other characters threatening his dominance, and to come back to this kind of performance, almost against the odds. Van Gerwen's writing his own story, a complete, unique history here.
Yeah, I mean, it will ever be, it's one of those arguments, you know,
well,
Muhammad Ali or Rocky Marciano, but the fact that, you know, yes, Phil's career outside of playing in the Seniors World Championships is over. But what Phil did do, he did have some moments where he lost matches, rarely, admittedly, but he would then go away and then come back even better.
Yes.
We're not seeing that from Michael, because the statistics do not lie.
Yes.
You know, there was a period where it was 108s, 111s, 110s, 118s, 121s.
Yep.
They're not in their locker anymore, but we're seeing a more street fighter version, someone who's prepared to absolutely give it their all when their back's against the wall. And you got to remember, this guy dominated the sport, and he's not dominating anymore. I know that sounds bizarre, but
hence the emotion.
The type of dominance I'm talking about was when, you know, what did he go? Nearly 4 years on ITV without losing a match.
Jackie never saw him lose.
No, she didn't see him lose. She was the first, you know, the darts after you. She was like, what's the point of everybody playing? Just give him the trophy and the money. But yeah, and we're just seeing I'm not sure if it's a more rounded, but it's someone who deals with the disappointment of losing. You know, this is a guy that rates himself as the GOAT.
Yeah.
And that's the fascinating part of it, how he deals with that, because, you know, if that was me and had that much dominance that he had, you know, I would have gone, I'd just walk away. You know, he's earned over 10 million in ranking events. Well, that win today takes him over 10 million pounds in prize money.
Tell you what, Chris, should we have a look at the 9 data?
Yeah,
why
got to.
not? Let's have a look at the 9 data.
To seeing the traditional back-to-back 180s and the 1-4-1 out, and here it's the second big visit after it in the 177. I mean, that is bang in the middle. It is so clean. Look at those. You know, all right, the double 12 one in the middle if we want to be picky, but yeah, and it was just the way. Again, like I say, you've got to have a great dance partner. And Rob Cross, you know, at times there was a wry smiles of what have I got to do?
So then we move to the other moment of perfection from Michael van Gerwen, but it came off the back of, frankly, 3 legs where he couldn't find a treble. He'd thrown frankly a bag of nails with every visit, and Cross was right back in the game at this point.
Yeah, and had this 170 not gone in, we may have had a different game on.
And it came from nowhere.
And it did came. He just seemed to have lost his timing, and you can see here 2 clear darts at a double. I mean, one's on the outside, one's on the inside. He's tried to make the smallest of adjustments, and like I say, from absolutely nowhere, follows the first, boom, nearly in the middle of the bullseye, and that pretty much was the end of the road for Rob Cross. But it took something of that magnitude and for Michael van Gerwen to go on and win the match. It was, like I said, it had the lot.
And it's very seldom you see a long game like that with such a clear turning point. It was, like you say, that was it, wasn't it? The flick was switched.
Yeah, because Rob Cross had every opportunity there to really get right back in the match, level things up, and that was at a point, like you've mentioned, where Michael was just starting to have a little bit of a wobble, and we see that. I don't know whether it's technique and timing, or maybe it's just down to a focus and concentration thing, because, you know, maintaining that level of focus and concentration, you know, this is match number 3 today. It takes some doing, and I just, you know, and I think that inspired in them to go on and win and give him that belief. And of course, it really hurt Rob Cross's, well, it hurt him mentally, and of course, hurt his chances of getting back in the match totally.
Fascinating. I mean, that is no routine win. That really isn't a routine victory. And as you say, Rob Cross, I mean, look at that and go, what's just happened?
Yeah,
what have I just been part of?
Yeah, I mean, I've got my notes, and I normally I won't keep them, but I'm gonna give them to Rob Cross just to look through, because I mean, he doesn't seem to. I mean, obviously he's devastated and disappointed, but it'd be one of those where you sort of put his head on the pillow tonight and you'll go, what? what happened? What was that? You know, it was just truly breathtaking. You know. Remember, it started with a 13-dart hold, and then we had a really slow leg from Michael, a 21-dart, and I'm thinking, are these two, you know, a little fatigued? Are they maybe too much respect? And then, boom, it just caught fire.
And you were thinking that may be the end of our super final, but it wasn't to be. Oh, well, one person who might have been watching on at home is Peter Wright. Very sadly, an absentee, a significant absentee here at Minehead this week.